The concept of 55 plus communities designed exclusively for older adults has become very, very popular, especially for those that are in retirement or nearing retirement. And I feel like in Delaware alone, they are popping up everywhere. It doesn't matter if you are in Newcastle County, Kent County, or Sussex County, there is a 55 plus community in each of the 3 counties in Delaware. These communities offer a wide variety of amenities, and they're exclusive for older adults because they're tailored to meet the needs and preferences of older adults. 55 plus communities are also called active adult communities. So if you see that or a senior community, they're talking about a 55 plus community. Just like everything, they do come with negatives. So today I wanted to go over some of the negatives of 55 plus community and some things that you actually may not be thinking about. So the first one I think may be kind of obvious, but may be overlooked at the same time. In a 55 plus community, there is an age restriction. So someone in the household has to be over 55 plus to live in a 55 plus community. The problem with that is that as people decide that they are going to have kids later in life, a lot of times they're over 55 and they may have a child that is under 18 years old. Well, in a lot of these communities, that child wouldn't be able to stay with you because they're under 18 years old. Also, in some communities, if say an adult lives with you that is under 55 but over 18, sometimes there is a restriction on how many of those people can live with you. And then there's a restriction on if you have grandkids and they stay with you. I see a lot of grandparents that have grandkids that will stay with them for the summer. Unfortunately, in some of the 55 plus communities, that's actually not allowed. You have a limit on how long a child under the age of 18 or even above 18 can stay with you. So something else to consider is because everyone in the community is most likely over the age of 55, this will significantly reduce your social interaction with the younger generation. So if you are someone that maybe is right there on the brink, say you're 54 or even 50 for that matter, and you're thinking about living in a 55 plus community, but maybe you feel that you're not ready for a 55 plus community. This is something to consider because most of the people that you'll be interacting with are of the 55 plus community, especially at the clubhouse or any of the clubs or any of the neighborhood social interactions that you'll come in contact with. This is something that I don't think a lot of people think about before moving into a senior community because it's just not talked about enough. So overall, if you are looking to interact more with the younger generation, it may not make sense for you to move into a 55 plus community. You may want to think about moving into a ranch style home that maybe isn't located in one of these communities. Okay, so the next one is kind of a big one because I hear this comment more often than not. Most clients that come to me are not looking to be in an HOA. And yes, I do see pros and cons of HOAs. But in a 55 plus community, I have never come in contact with a community like that did not have an HOA. And yes, in some cases, the HOA fee can be a lot, especially if it's monthly, quarterly, yearly. But there are a lot of different amenities that go into the cost of that HOA. So your snow removal, the clubhouse, if you have an outdoor pool, the maintenance on the pool, the maintenance of the clubhouse, the maintenance of your shuffleboard, garden, your tennis courts, bocce ball, pickleball, you name it. Even the common grounds, they have to pay the people that take care of those things, and that comes out of your HOA. Also, if they are taking care of your lawn maintenance, this also comes out of your HOA. So while yes, you yourself do not need a lawnmower anymore and you do not need to spend the time cutting your grass, someone else is going to, and they have to be able to pay those people that take care of those things. Also with HOAs, they do limit what I would call your personal freedom. And what I mean by that is they can determine whether you can have a fence, what you choose to do out front, meaning if you choose to change the color of your front door or the shutters, or you want to put a porch on the front, a lot of times you need HOA permission, or you want to put a patio on the back of your home, you most likely will need an HOA permission. Also, they determine whether you can have visitors and what the visitor policy is. And listen, I know that this leads to frustration. And I, for one, would say the same thing. Why is someone else determining what I can do with my property? But at the same time, an HOA comes into play and they come in handy when your neighbor wants to park 4 broken down vehicles on their front lawn, and it's bringing the value of your home down because of what your neighbor looks like. And I've sold many different houses where the house is absolutely gorgeous, but the neighbor next door maybe has 1,000 crab traps outside, or maybe they have 4 broken down cars on the front lawn. And that actually hurts you when you have clients coming to look at your house. So just things to keep in mind that, yes, I know I get a lot of clients that are not looking to be in an HOA, but keep in mind there are pros and cons to everything. And while, yes, an HOA may not be ideal, it also may help you in the long run. The next one is financial considerations. And what I mean by that is, yes, most people that are retired are on a fixed income. And because of that, you don't really have control over how much money you make per month. So if your costs go up, that is significantly going to impact your monthly budget. So if the HOA fee does go up, that is going to hurt you financially. If you try to sell your home because you are located in a 55 plus community, the buyer pool becomes a lot smaller. So a lot of times you are on the market for longer than, say, a normal resale home or even a new construction home. Also, the older generation sometimes has to make adjustments to a home. For example, maybe you need a chair rail going up the stairs. Or maybe you need a certain tub that you can get into easily. These changes can sometimes be significantly expensive if your insurance does not cover them. And then a lot of times you can't get that money back out of the home because the next person doesn't see the value in it. So these are just things to keep in mind if you are thinking about moving into a 55 plus community and you need to make adjustments to the home. It may not work out in your favor. Okay, so the next one is health and mobility issues. It's a common misconception that 55 plus communities are almost like, for lack of a better explanation, like a nursing home. Most 55 plus communities do not come with a nurse on staff or anyone really on staff. There is normally a hospital that is close by, but it is not someone that can come to your house every day, is checking on you. It's not like that. It's the same thing if you were to buy a normal resale home or even a new construction home. You own the home. It's just that you're located in a 55 plus community that has different amenities tailored to your personal preferences, whether it be that you're looking for clubs or social gatherings or a clubhouse or an outdoor pool, or not needing to take care of your lawn maintenance. Those are the plus sides to 55 plus. Not really like a nursing home type of thing where they have a nurse coming in to take care of you or anything else like that. That would be more towards your insurance or if you needed to go to the hospital. But this is a common misconception that I sometimes get phone calls about, that they're looking for essentially assisted living, but in a 55 plus community. And unfortunately in Delaware, that is just 2 separate things. The next negative I've actually already said. So in a 55 plus community, most likely your HOA is taking care of your lawn maintenance and your landscaping. And to some, this is a negative because some really enjoy taking care of their grass, whether they want it to be a certain type of grass or they want it really, really green, or maybe they just don't really care. There are negatives to not being able to cut your own grass. Maybe you are a person that likes it exactly 1 inch. you're kind of at the mercy of whoever the HOA hired to cut your grass and take care of your landscaping. So, or if you're someone that maybe likes a ton of different bushes, or maybe you want lavender, or maybe you want marigolds, or all of these other things, you're kind of at the mercy of whoever is in charge of your landscaping. So this could be looked at as a negative to some people that maybe really, really want to enjoy that in their retirement. Okay, so the last negative is sometimes there is not a lot of public transportation for these communities. So if you are someone that maybe is looking to hand in your driver's license, you've decided that you no longer want to drive, a lot of times public transportation, especially in certain areas of Delaware, is just either non-existent or just isn't available at all. Now, we do have senior centers that are located throughout Delaware. They have transportation from their particular senior center, and you can set it up with them. But the 55 plus communities do not offer someone that would be able to drive you around. Now, I do know that there are certain 55 plus communities, especially like I'm thinking of one in Dover, where the community does work together to try and offer transportation for seniors that decided that they do not want to drive anymore. They try and kind of carpool together, and they pick someone that actually does look forward to driving. But just know that if you are someone that was looking to maybe take a bus or take a train or anything else like that, in Delaware, we don't really have that public transportation to the 55 plus communities. It is something that you would need to set up separately, whether it be a private service or take an Uber or something like that. So there you have it. There are about 4 to 5 different negatives that I see living in a 55 plus community. But ultimately, I personally think that the positives outweigh the negatives. If you are looking for somewhere that is culturally diverse, because I just feel like in the past few years, we have had so many different people move from New York and New Jersey and Maryland and Pennsylvania and sometimes across the country, from California, Washington. I feel like people come in from everywhere, and that Delaware really is a melting pot. So if you are looking to move into a 55 plus community, or you're still on the edge thinking maybe I'm not ready for that, please reach out and I can give you more information on all of the different communities that we have in Delaware. I really hope that this video helped. If it did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are a buyer that is looking to buy and retire to Delaware, I would absolutely love the opportunity to help you. My information is down below in the description, so please feel free to send me an email. If you are looking to sell your property in Delaware, I would also love the opportunity to help you. There is a link down below in the description for an instant valuation of what your home is worth, or you can send me an email and I can send you a personalized CMA. I have worked with a ton of seniors that are looking in 55 plus communities and just looking in Delaware in general, and I would love, love, love to work with you. I really hope that this video helped. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Hey, if you are thinking about retiring to Delaware, you should definitely check out this video right here. And if you would love to tour Delaware 55 plus homes with me, check out this playlist right here. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel.